Welcome back to the Checkered Peaceful NASCAR League, y'all. I'm your host, Morrison173, and tonight is going to be the National Series from Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia, for the winning of the Atlanta 250. Now, it's a 1.54 mile quad-shaped oval. The surface is so worn out, it hasn't been repaved in about 20 years. That's about how old the surface is. It was rumored back in like 2017, 2018, they were supposed to repave, but then the drivers like, told NASCAR, no, don't repave the track. So, currently, we are waiting for practice for the National Series. It's going to be interesting how these National Series drivers handle the 1.5 mile oval. Now, if y'all tuned into the truck race last night, it was a thrill, I'm pretty sure. But we had Texas, aka Austin Johnson, and Sports Kid broadcast, and they did a pretty good job. There was that moment where Sports his vape blew up, but right now we are waiting. Right now we are waiting for practice invites. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for that practice invite, I guess we'll take a lap around Atlanta in the National Series. So we're gonna drive the 00 car because that car's not on the track tonight. Let's see. We'll drive that car right now. There's Atlanta for you. Hold on. Alright, so while we're waiting for practice to get underway, we're going to take a few laps around Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's a very bumpy 1.5 mile D-shaped oval. It's not the bumpiest on the National Series or the Cup Series schedules, but it is the bumpiest for the Truck Series schedule because the Truck Series don't go to Auto Club. So meanwhile, we're just waiting here for practice. Apparently kicked me out of Discord for some odd reason. But let's see what's that we're gonna want. Let's 107. Gonna get out of the track, here, get some laps going. As you can see, the car is very bumpy on the track as we head into 3 and 4 here. You see we're blipping in the rev limiter there. Gonna go the outside of this 42 car here. Chad Fincham. Now you can run full throttle here, but it's very hard to do so. As you see, the car got really loose there in 3 and 4 as I tried to go full throttle there. Got a 30.1 there. Have to blip the throttle in 1 and 2, but it depends if you're in the clean air or dirty air. Right now I'm in clean air, so currently the car will handle a lot better right now versus dirty air. Had to blip the throttle there in 3 and 4. Now in dirty air, I have to be able to throttle a little more probably to get the car to be able to turn. About 195 going in turn 1. OC speed's about around 200 miles an hour in the draft, heading into turn 1. Yep. These National Series drives would be definitely hitting the rev limiter. But, in the draft, but we'll see. Welcome to the stream. We're just currently in a little bit of a delay right now. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for that delay, as you see, I went over a little hump there, going in turn 1, and apparently the car did not take that too well. Now, what I'm thinking about is just make this the qualifying stream too, because apparently qualifying will be coming up a little later than normal, so. As you can see, my tire wear is wearing out a little bit. I'm burning the white wheel out more, which means the car is a little loose as I nailed the wall in the front of the backstretch. Catching up on a car here. That's the Austin Hill in the 61. Car got a little loose there on the outside of Austin Hill there. Now I think we're gonna run a few more laps here. See, the car got a little tight there as the tires wear out. Meanwhile, y'all can look either on the top right or the top left where my time is. See my fast lap on there on the top left of the corner of the screen. Fast lap ever is a 29.3. So it's going to be very interesting how maybe some of these trucks could get down in that second range. Personally, I don't think so, but we'll have to wait and see. Gonna want a couple more laps here, then we're gonna call it a quit. And maybe I'll go ask Weasel, who's going to be the host of the lobby tonight, see if practice is able to be able to be won, or gonna have to do qualifying. Get up here on the back bumper of the 4 car here. Heading turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. We're done with practice. Well, the tutorial around Atlanta, basically. Gonna ride around here on the bottom. Just gonna take it down pit road here. I'm going grandma speed, basically. Let's see if I can make it down pit road at this pace. This is basically how I think the normal drivers go. Once they finish up their qualifying lap. Maybe a little faster, but and there we go. So we take a look at the laps. Fastest lap I ran was a 29.7, which is my only lap underneath the 30-second bracket. Second lap was a 30.03 with a 0. Third lap was a 30.03 with a 5. Fourth lap was a 30.12 with a 3. Fifth lap was a 30.12 with a 7. Sixth lap was a 30.13. Seventh lap was a 30.18. Eighth lap was a 30.22. Ninth lap was a 30.25, and my slowest lap was a 30.4. So basically.
I know I'm hosting, but okay. I didn't, because he said he was going to do the qualifying order and all that. I didn't know if he was going to host the lobby for it or not. Okay.
So that's basically a one down lane on Atlanta. Now we're gonna see if
yes, 4 times, 100%. 4 times.
Now we're gonna see. I'll change the color up real quick.
100%. 2 times.
Now we'll see. Apparently, I hear that the lobby's getting set up again. That might be for qualifying. It's either practice or qualifying, but honestly, I really don't know at this point. So, I'm just gonna keep the stream rolling because, basically, there's really no point of making a whole different stream just to see cars go around the track. Besides, I was the only one going around the track from my perspective, so. But while we're waiting, as I got something. Sounds like they're getting the lobby set up, so we'll just sit here and wait till the queue to join. Maybe I'll let me do something real quick. I'm glad that the only viewer here right now is probably having a one heck of a time because so far, I'm pretty sure what you came for was. Okay, so there won't be any practice. From what I heard, there's no practice, so that sucks for those National Series drivers. But they're doing roll call right now, so we'll see once we hit the track, or once the National League drivers hit the track. We'll see we'll see who has what it takes to get the pole here. We won't know, we don't know who's going to be the fastest because these drivers didn't do any practice, which is strange. It's probably more strange than Las Vegas where they did qualifying first and then practice. But this time it's the same thing, just with no practice. So. Still doing a roll call, so. We'll just wait till I get the queue to join, and then we'll watch qualifying. But waiting on Kevlon to hop in the booth with me. I sent him a party invite. I saw he was on Heat 4, so He should be coming. Hopefully he doesn't turn me down like freaking been told otherwise, so. I think I can join now, so. Ow. Ow, that hurt. Alright. So this is your lineup tonight. We got Weasel, who's going to be the, I guess not only the pace car driver, but also the, what do you call it, race control. You got Puerto in the 18, trying to bounce back after a horrible week at Vegas. You got Ryan in the 9, who unfortunately got taken out at the end of the last night's truck race. Hopefully he can rebound tonight. You got Katie in the 66, winning his first part-time race of the season. Got Masato in the 89, who's been fast. He's been fast, especially at Daytona. And I think he ran Iowa too, so this will be his second start, I believe. Got Blue Ninja in the 01, making his first start of the year. Interested to see what he can do. Got Trainer in the 2, who got his first career win last week at Las Vegas, so he's in the playoffs now. Got Mud Dude in the 11. Got KOW in the 8. Don in the 20, who got moved up to the National Series for the remainder of the season. And we got I think that's football. I think he's spotting for Mud Dude tonight. We got me being the crew chief, or not the crew chief, the whatever you call it, the broadcaster, and you got Texas who's spotting for Wine Guy. So they're going to the end of pit road right now. So we'll see who will be. I think KD is the first one to go in that 66 car. So we'll see. That's the pace car driver. We'll see the first car to go is. I believe it's KD. I could be wrong about that.
I like them. Those were my favorite.
We'll wait and see who the first car to go is. And I saw a second viewer. How are you doing? We just getting started here. Unfortunately, there is no practice, so it's just qualifying, and then we'll go right to the race. And there's Katie in the 66, the first car to go. Car I drove last week at Vegas. I got, I think, a 5th place finish out of it, so it'll be interesting. Next car looks like the 01 of Blue Ninja. Let's see the next car to go. This is the 20 of Don Benzito, who making his second start of the year. He ran in the national race at Iowa. Didn't have a good race, but hopefully you can turn that around. And last car to go is Predator in the 18. As they come out to zone 4, complete, start qualifying. Qualifying is underway from Atlanta. So Masato there in the 89 car get up on the track. Luckily he didn't take out anybody. As Katie goes on the back straightaway, he's going to be one of the cars to watch tonight. If his internet holds up. But from what I heard, his internet is fixed. It should be good to go. So, as Katie makes his way off of turn 4, he'll complete his first lap of qualifying here.
Is that a crown?
Like I said, the track's very bouncy. A lot of bumps on the track because the asphalt is about 20 years old. So as Katie goes through 1 and 2, heads down the back straightaway. Got the wall a little bit heading into turn 3.
I'm saying it's really soupy.
Come out of turn 4, he's going to complete his qualifying lap right here. His Predator in the 18 going through 1 and 2. There's Don in the 20 going down the back straightaway. There's Blue Ninja coming out of turn 4, completing his qualifying lap. Here's Don going through 3 and 4 now. Coming to the start finish on there. And here comes Predator in the 18 coming through 3 and 4. And he's going to complete his qualifying lap. We'll see who the next 4 cars to go. I believe Monster 2 and 89 is the first one, next one to go. And then after him, it'll be Mud Dude in the 11. We'll see the next car to go after that. Looks like KOW in the 8, then Wine in the 9. And looks like Trainer will be the last car to go in qualifying. And that should be all the cars. So the 89 comes to 3 and 4 to start his first lap here. Makes his way through 1 and 2. Right on that yellow line is that 89 car. He's gonna head down the back straightaway here. Gonna head into 2 and 3. Makes his way out to 2 and 4. That's a pretty good lap there for that 89 car. But we'll see how the second lap does. I would not be surprised if these drivers are going full throttle by themselves, but once they get in the draft, they're going to have to start lifting a little bit.
That's not bad.
Because they might handle well and clean air, but dirty air is a lot worse. So it comes to 3 and 4. There's that 89 car. You might give KD a 1 for his money here. As he comes out of 2 and 4, going to complete his qualifying lap. Next car is Mud Dude in the 11. And then it'll be KOW in the 8. Mud Dude's on his lap. There's KOW in the 8. Complete with his lap. Wine in the 9. He's going to complete his lap there. And then Trainer, last week's winner in Las Vegas, is going to complete his lap. And qualifying is officially over. Alright, let's see if we can get
2 minutes is still a long time for somebody that likes to move.
got a message here that I'm going to see.
Some people don't even do that.
There we go. Alright, so let's see, let's get the first guy in here.
Yep, and for the 3rd consecutive week on my fantasy, my poll pick is Bud's second.
So we're sending them to Austin.
Okay, so the first guy was, let's see who's the first one we're gonna get in here. Let's get
Do you like those better than Velveeta?
let's get Predator in here. There's the car right here. Now let's get Predator in here.
You ever tried the cracker?
Gonna invite a couple people in here.
Send your times to Austin.
I bought it once at my, like, had it at my house.
Kind of hard enough time together yesterday.
I don't remember us eating it.
I'm gonna you just never sure.
Hmm. Did he unfriend me or something?
Check it before you decided to get it.
I think he unfriended me. Whatever.
So what's your vote on the second half? I don't know.
Am I right? Still missing the times from 22.
My vote is too much.
What's his name? Hmm.
I do that all the time at work, and then I'm like, fuck, I can't get rid of this bottle.
God darn it, dude. I give up on Plato's name. I don't even remember what it is. But that's Kevon's invite.
Yeah, like I said, too much tomato.
And let me freaking
Gotta make my own.
change these buttons because it's starting to make me irritating.
That picture was very misleading.
Because I feel like, what do you call it? I feel like Plato unfriended me. Because his name started with an O. Because it was OT9 Plato 667. I think that's what it is. Hold up. There's no free. That's not it. Sorry for the blue screen, y'all.
I really like your bottom. About 6 tomatoes.
Yeah, I think he unfriended me.
It's really good to me.
Whatever.
It's not for me.
Anyway, he unfriended me. Don't care. But there's Plato. How are you?
I'm alright. How are you, S'mores?
I'm doing alright. Now, let me see. Yeah, you came off a pretty disappointing finish in Las Vegas. I believe a 13th place finish, which is something that is not your standard. So, how are you going to interpret that, knowing that Atlanta is almost the same track, but not really in a sense?
Well, I had a lot of bad luck last week. A lot of penalties should have been called. So I was told that I had a voice and I need to express my voice if I believe there should be a penalty. So I'm going to be that type of person. And I would feel really fast, not KD fast. I know he's going to be my main competition. But out of the Xfinity regulars, I believe I'm the fastest, and I just have to stay out of trouble and have good luck.
Now, like you said, KD is probably going to be the main guy you're going to have to beat tonight in order to get that first win of the season. Now, how are you going to interpret the track's surface? Because it's very bumpy out there, because the tracks are worn out.
Oh, absolutely. The track is very bumpy. It's going to eat up our tires. KD, like I said, he's really fast, and he's a cup guy for many reasons because of his talent. Another guy that knows how to save tires is Trainer T. So it's going to be very interesting. I believe that I have the right setup and right car. I just have to have the right mindset going into this race to perform well and to stay out of trouble. And just try to get more points. I'm 23 points out of the playoffs because of my 2 week suspension. So we'll go from there. It's a long season, and hopefully we can get up to the regular season champion and be back-to-back regular season champion.
Well, good luck to you tonight on your quest to become the 2-time reigning regular season champion, and hopefully see you in victory lane possibly.
Right. Thanks, Fred.
No problem. Okay, that was weird. What? That's a new wood. But looks like we got the qualifying results in, and Katie got the pole with a 29.5. Second place was the 89 of what's his name, Masato with a 29.65 with a 2.
Alright, so everybody's still in here. We're not going to start the driving quite yet.
Line guy is third with a 29.65 with a 6. Fourth is Plato with a 29.7. Fifth was Trainer with a 29.8. 80. Sixth was
Quick PSA. Super quick before this part.
Sixth is Badu at 29.87. Seventh is Don with a 29.89. Eighth is 8th is
Okay, last week there was an incident. Didn't really sit well with a couple people, so let's start
30.2.
on top. Like I said,
9th was KOW at 30.3. And you got Northry, Tom, and
what we're saying and how
Lance Gilbert, who should be here soon.
along with that,
But it sounds like Texas is giving a little jobs meeting.
a lot
Tutorial.
of times if he just won't shut the fuck up,
Talking about Tom.
if you don't reply, he might not keep talking. So, that's my PSA, and we'll have the drivers meeting in 5 minutes. Sound good? Cool.
See,
Okay,
I
see
don't
us.
know about anybody else, but
Yeah.
Alright, just talking about Tom and his habits of talking. But let's see if we can get the pole sitter, Katie, in here. Yep, there's his call right here. Let's get Katie in here. Welcome to the stream, whoever that is. We just finished up qualifying, and we're gonna have the drivers meeting in about 5 minutes. So, until then, you can just sit back, relax, and listen to me. And maybe KD, and never mind, forget about the maybe part, because he's here now. How are you, KD?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing alright. Now, as I look at the qualifying results here, you are the pole winner. No surprise. You're well over a tenth and a half, basically faster than second place, who I believe is Monster Toad in the 89. Now, how are you going to handle the tire fall off here in Atlanta, because it's a worn out track?
I'm just gonna try to save my tires for the first run, probably, and try to take them as long as they can go. And then there's a late run, probably push them. If like say we get a yellow, like 15 to go, I'm just gonna push my tires at that point.
That brings me to my next question. Say if a caution comes out late in the stage, are you going to stay out and try to finish up the stage on those same tires that you started with, or are you going to pit and give up some track position to get prepared for the next stage?
Tonight I'm probably gonna value tires, so I can try to be in a position to win. But yeah, even if it's a yellow like 6 to go or something, I probably will pit. I think I'm confident that I can move my way back to the field.
Now, as far as I know, you are currently the only Ford-related driver in the field. Lance Gilbert should be coming a little bit in the 22. But how does it feel being the only car on the track, basically, and only in one manufacturer?
I don't really think about it because I don't really know. I don't think it's gonna affect me really, but yeah, it's kind of weird being there's only one like Ford-related driver and there's not even a Ford in the field. So.
Well, good luck to you tonight. Hopefully you can finish the race for once, and hopefully you can go victory lane.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Alright, we got time for one more interview in here. We got a couple minutes. So let's get Ryan in here, who's driving the number 9 car, who unfortunately had a unfortunate end to his race last night. So let's see if we can get Ryan in here. He's driving, what car is he driving? I think he's driving this car. So let's get him in here real quick before the drivers meeting.
He wanders around the restaurant, but it's not open when he brings it. It's like in the morning when I'm prepping food, which is worse. But I don't like pet him while I'm prepping the food, you know. If I pet him, I go wash my hands. But I'm saying if his fur flies around.
I see that a couple people have joined this chat. How y'all doing? Just waiting on Ryan guy here, who was in contention to win the truck race last night. Unfortunately, he got taken out late in the end, which cost him a chance to win. And I think Mind Killer ended up getting his post-career win in the Truck Series. So we'll there's Brian. How are you?
I'm good.
Good to hear. Now, I believe the drivers' meeting is getting ready to get started. So, how do you feel about Atlanta tonight?
Confident, definitely. I'm very confident tonight. Atlanta, love the track. It's definitely starting PP definitely helps. So hopefully we can get out and clean it as quick as possible.
Are you gonna try to pull any strategy to try to get up there with KD?
No, I'm just gonna rely on speed and hopefully I can stay in his draft to get up front.
Well, good luck to you tonight. I got my broadcast partner up here, Kevin, in here now, and maybe he has a question, but I don't know. But if he doesn't have a question, then I guess you're free to join the Discord.
Yeah, man, Brian guy, have a good time out there, man. Look forward to seeing you in a good race, as we all do.
Yep. Alright, thank you guys.
No problem. Speaking of the drivers' meeting is underway, so I guess we'll try to get some of that in here.
Yeah, you probably. I'm not gonna let you in. You're not gonna be celebrating with one.
Maybe drivers' meeting's
Stuck in
done.
the fence we did last week.
Oh yeah, that's wild. That's literally Raider stop.
Yeah, I think the drivers' meeting's done. I think.
According to the drivers' meeting.
Nope, it's about to start. Any minute now.
I'll let my notes load.
Wait, well, you don't have to see that 9-car circling anymore.
Alright,
Here we go, drivers' meeting.
so as per every other race, the lag out lap is lap 5. So if you lag out before lap 5, we'll come and get you. If you lag out after lap 5, we will not. And each driver gets 1 lag out per race. Pace speed is 65 miles an hour, 5. So be sure to remember that for pacing. While we're on pacing, just remember if you wreck or run out of gas, blow a tire, spin out for whatever reason, stop, have to answer a phone call, go pee, whatever the case may be, you don't get your spot back unless everybody that passed you wants to give your spot back. Most of the time that's not the case. If you get hit, then you obviously will get your spot back because that's not your fault. Stages are both 19 laps, so the first stage will end at 19 going to 20, and then stage 2 is going to be 19 laps from wherever we go green from, and pits close with 2 to go in the stages. And then after the stages, let's just try to be as quiet as possible, that way I can get stage results and stuff. When we have a yellow, it's 2 cars or more in the same accident. If one car spins in like 3 and then the other one spins in the middle of the backstretch, it's not a yellow, it's 2 separate incidents. When there's a yellow, race back to the line, get slowed down. Preferably don't slam on the brakes whenever you get to the line, because all that does is cause and then you have damage to fix.
And add on to that, I will be the pace car, and when their caution comes out, I will try to meet you all on the backstretch. So just coast it out until you need me. Like, you'll make it.
Yes. So
an actual pace. Okay.
Yep. And it's bright ass red. You can't miss it. If you miss it, then I can't really help you. Yeah, get your ice check. Where were we at? Oh, yellows. So when a yellow's called, guys, we need to stay single file until pits are open, really until we double up. But sometimes the pits will open on the first lap, sometimes they won't. So it's pretty imperative that you listen before you just kind of go down pit road, or don't go down pit road and then blame it otherwise, because usually I try to call it before turn 3. So either me or Weasel can call pits are open and double up and stuff like that. When we're entering pits, do not pass people going into pit road. If you're like paint, like if you're kind of like a lane over, but you're not beside them, then that's fine. And I'm aware that whenever you get to pit road, you're going to be beside them, and that's not an issue. That's not what we're talking about. So when we say no passing, because I've had people message me about this, when we say no passing on pit road, getting to pit road, don't drive beside somebody and pass them. That being said, there's white paint right before the commitment line, or the pit road line. That's going to be the commitment line. So if you hit the paint at any time during yellow, it's a commitment violation. If you have absolutely no intention of pitting whatsoever and you hit the line, you will still go to the back. So just keep that in mind. When we pit under green, there's no requirements or anything. The only requirement is when you leave pit road, you have to wait until the back stretch to rejoin the track. So if you come up too soon, it'll be a pass through. I think. Oh, that's not it. There are no yellows the first 3 laps after the restart, and there's no yellows the last 5 laps of the race. Last thing with the restarts is the leader controls the restart in the restart box, and they get lane choice. So second place cannot beat the leader to the line, and then also you can't change lanes before the start finish line. And then that being said, guys, last night there was a restart. I don't remember who it was, but they beat the leader back to the line. They were confused on why they got a penalty because they couldn't see them. There is a left and right arrow on your controller. You can look to see where the leader goes. So I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions? All right, Tom, I know you got here late, so the pace speed is 65 and the stages are 19. Everybody is the same.
Alright guys, I'm about to send out race invites. Do not join until I tell you to. And make sure that you get your spotter an invite and let them know when they can join. Oh, never mind. Okay, I had the session set up and everything and I got booted for time expiring. Cool. Set it up again.
I thought you were done with your rookie phase after last night.
No. Hey, rookies last a year, not a race.
Just saying. As long as we don't start 30 minutes late this time, we're good.
Well, S'mores, it looks like everybody's got about ready to roll onto the track and get this race started. Who's your prediction to win the race today?
I think Kevin, you're here. I think KD is going to win because unfortunately they didn't have any practice, so I really couldn't see how good his car was. However, in qualifying he was a 10.5 faster than the second place car. So I know speed is one thing and consistency is another thing. So if KD can keep up that consistency, I think he has a good shot of winning tonight.
Okay, race invites are out. If you didn't get one, let me know. You're not joined yet.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I, to be honest, I just joined on, so I'm not sure who all is in the race, but if Predator is in, that's my pick to win today.
Yeah, he's racing tonight.
89, join. Or you can join.
Okay, so gonna end this part of the stream. It's only a 1-part stream because apparently practice and qualifying were combined, even though there was no practice at all. So we're gonna I'm gonna quickly end this part of the stream, and then we'll start part number 2, which is gonna be the race. So Kevin and I will be back in a second.